This is Jobichu playing Donkey Kong Dark Apocalypse. And wow, it's been quite some time. I forgot need to go to the beach. It's been like what, several months actually? At least 2 months since the last video. A lot of stuff has been happening in the world and I don't like to think about it. And yet, here we are. We've got Labubu's now, and I think that's about it. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, this is Jobichu playing Pokemon Central. Let's see. Whenever we head to the beach, we can look for a bottle. Oh, this is some Wi-Fi shit. I think it was like, oh, Lapras. When you head to the beach, and we need to fix that graphical error. Hold up. Whip. You. There, see, fixed. I was hoping that Grovile would be out here. I think it was like, if you connect to Wi-Fi, you would get a message in a bottle, and you could do stuff with that. Or you could send messages in a bottle, and it was lame. Speaking of being not here, Krabby aren't here either. They're always out in the evening blowing bubbles. Fucking bubbles? Bubbles? Yeah, and cool nostalgia critic reference. I love seeing their bubbles go floating off. Well, that's too bad. It's a letdown, but look, Chixie, I hate you. I hate your name. I hate our team. I hate my face. Look at my face. I can't even evolve into Snorlax because I'm not even like a real Pokemon yet. It was my dream to solve the secret of the relic fragment, but I would never guess that the relic fragment was connected to the hidden land. It was here that Coughing and his sidekick stole my relic fragment. Oh yeah, remember fun times? Sorry, kid, I won't take that. Yoink! Remember, remember when they stole from us? Isn't that traumatic? Look, they got the sepia tone filter so that you know it was from the past. See, that's the trick. There's a new type of filter going around called the piss yellow filter that you always see in AI art. It lets you know that it's fucking AI. The AI piss filter. There you go. And now we're using the same relic fragment so we can go to the hidden land. It's strange when you think about it. It's true. My adventures with Pushtiki and it starts with the hidden land or relic fragment, something both. So here's a topic. I have been going through some of my games again, like my physical games. And I'm realizing that I don't really touch these. Stop with the notifications. So I've been going through my physical games and see like what else I can purge for a quick buck. Because unfortunately that's where I'm at right now. So a lot of my 3DS games, it's like the last few I'm gonna have to part ways with. I wish I could pass all this stuff on to somebody. Like my original DS, I don't think I had any more games left, but I had an R4, which is like an emulator cart or a ROM cartridge that you could put ROMs on. But I gave that to an old roommate's son, and that felt pretty good. But I don't have anybody else in my life who would really appreciate that. Just like a DS. Well, I'm not gonna give him my DS. I want to hack my DS, my 3DS. That sounds cool. I have access to, you know, the ROMs, so I don't feel like I physically need to hold the games anymore. I will hold on to my physical Ultra Sun because I haven't looked inside the game file, but I'm pretty sure I got like the Magirna. I got a shiny Tapu Koko from like an event. It has like some sentimental value. It has like all the Pokemon that I've migrated from like games and games before and transferred over all the way from like Diamond and Pearl in Black and White, like that kind of era. And now that there's ways to, like, some of them are the right nature, but I never really max out. I never really got like the right IVs on them, but there's a way to do that in Ultra Sun if I really felt like it, which is you can use the bottle caps to get their IVs if they're level 100, whatever. But I was just using my 3DS to go through each game that I had left. There's and like just see if I feel anything. Do they spark joy, as it were? And the first game on the list is like Kid Icarus Uprising. That is still a good game, but it's a shame that it's been like locked to the 3DS like for forever. Like I know there's I've said like I'm kind of annoyed when Nintendo does like ports, remakes, and HD versions of stuff. Maybe if they like did it more sparingly, I would think that they were more meaningful. Like when enough time goes by and I don't think about a game series that I thought was really good, you're like, yes, like a remake is fine. Like, for example, Paper Mario 2, like they've been making Paper Mario like since what Super Paper Mario came out. Like that's a game series that hasn't ended, but I feel like they lost their way. So when they remade Paper Mario 2 and added like they made new music for it, the visuals look better. They look at like on par with the what's it called? You know, the modern games like Color Splash, etc. When they do that, that's fine. And they added like new bosses. They made some of the things more convenient in the game. Um, that's a really good like thing. But when it's stuff like Luigi's Mansion 2 HD or Donkey Kong Returns HD, like that shit is lazy. You know, and I think about Kid Icarus Uprising. Like, what would I want? Like, would I want yet another HD one, or would I want like another port somehow somewhere? I was just like, well, I just want another game in it. But I hate that the only way to play this is on the 3DS with its like shit, unreliable like touch controls most of the time. And like when you're doing the flying stages, I just played a stage. I noticed that I never really beat a stage like higher than 8. I was like, oh, I guess I'll try 8. But I forgot that it costs like hearts to do the higher level difficulties. So the reason it happened is because I never had enough hearts to just like buy to play that difficulty. So I said, okay, I'll beat Pandora's level on level 8 because I never did that. And I forgot that the flying stages, you have a really unreliable dodge. Like you have to like flick because you move with the control stick, right? Or the control pad, circle pad, whatever. You have to like flick and swish it like fucking Harmony shit to get it to dodge. It's like, why can't this just be a button? I was playing Star Fox Assault the other day on my Steam Deck, and it's like, oh, I'm so glad that dodging is just a button. Why can't they do this? Why couldn't they have done this for Kid Icarus Uprising? The only thing that would benefit Kid Icarus Uprising is the control scheme, really. And if they wanted to, they could like add like extra stages, extra story mode, new weapons, etc. Like they could do so much more. Also, my team is gone. But anyway, I got really far and then I died. And then the way death works in that game is so weird. Like you take so much damage at a time, and then you have like shady ways to heal. It just feels bad. You can come across food across the stages, but like your own like food, your own like heals you can equip just don't really do much for you outside of like get you out of the critical zone. Like once you take your last bit of damage, you enter like critical zone, and if you take damage there, that's when you die. And it just sucks to like play a game like that with unreliable maneuvers and like hard ways to like dodge stuff and react to what's going on. It just feels bad. So on my old file, it was like 98%. I don't know what I was missing. The only thing left to do in that game was like get all the, I think it was fill out the mission boards. You know how like typical Sakurai game always has like a mission board, or like you do something like in Kirby Air Ride or Smash Bros. Like you do something and it locks a thing on a board. I only have a little bit to go for that, but it was like some of it was like multiplayer stuff. I was like, oh, I guess I'm never doing that because the servers are gone for the 3DS, so there's just like some stuff you can't do anymore. So another thing that would benefit from it being put out again is like it could have a way for you to do everything in the game offline. Stuff like that. Whoa, I'm doing so much damage. But yeah, that's what I was like, all right, I'm gonna put this down forever since there's nothing else I can really do in it. And the only way I would go back to it is if it like came out on a different system without touch controls. Like, please, I just want to play a normal Last Kid Icarus action game. Like, Sakurai really revitalized that series and put his own style and added so much like flair to everything. It's weird that it was only one game. I don't know. That's all I have to say. I'm ready to get rid of it now. And I have, even if I am getting rid of the physical copy, I still have a way to play it on emulators. And I did play a little bit on my computer, and it worked okay. It just felt a little awkward using my mouse and then partially with my controller to do inputs like that require buttons. And I think I tried using it with the with my drawing tablet also, and that was interesting. Hey, stop lowering my accuracy, please. Thank you. I can't get what's there because I'm not a water type or a flying type. Look at me, easy. Okay, these guys gotta go. Okay, these guys gotta go. Okay, well, what do you have to say about this Miracle Eye? Tentacle is not a dark type Pokemon. Well, I guess we're fucked. Please stop using that. Please stop. Munchlax, I'm dying. Please, okay. The next game was Smash Bros. For the 3DS. That game is bad to me now. Like, feature-wise and mechanic-wise. Because, like, this is the game where the physics were a little heavier. I think in both versions, like the 3DS and the Wii U version, where like every character just had like tons more resistance to the point where it just became like the consensus was for a standard match. Oh my god, what happened? Did it have a poison ooze or whatever the fuck? She was showered with sludge for 59 damage. What the fuck? Okay, I guess I can't use what's it called on those guys. Ooh. Can I eat this berry? I'm gonna have to eat that berry. Yeah, Smash Bros. The roster is fine. It's just, I think playing the game feels awful now. Also, when you get launched at high percent, it's so slow too. Like, now I guess I'm playing Ultimate for so long. Like, now I'm too used to like being able to see and feel like when you hold back from being launched, you can see and feel the resistance. When you do it in Smash 4, they just like fly off screen and they just die. It's like, well, I can't even tell if I was actually resisting that or not in the air when you're being launched. It's just, it's not like visible to see. Whoa, gyro ball, huh? Aren't you faster than me, like by a lot? Oh, I think any of the things that determine speed, that use speed to determine stuff, are changed because this is a dungeon-y game and there's no such thing as speed really. And then what the modes? There's classic mode, which is weird, and then there's oh god, Dragonair. Can you back the fuck off, please? Yeah, yarp. There's classic mode. There's the stadium modes, which are like watered the fuck down, and then there's what's it called? Smash Run. And Smash Run was only fun with like a group, playing it on your own, it's just, what am I doing this for? 8. That guy better get back here. I don't have a way to save you, so I'm gonna assume you're coming back afterwards. I guess we can go back and save him. Alright, well, and because you're using my reviver seeds, which I don't appreciate. Hey. Oh my god. Okay, what did it use? Agility? That's fine. That's not fine. Does that count as using a PP? Fucking stop. Kill yourself. Die. Alright. Yeah, and, what else? When you dodge in that game, you you dodge in place. Like, let's say you air dodge, you just fall straight the fuck down. Or you come at whatever the angle you're coming at. There's not really a way to defensively use the dodge well. And it's just weird. I really like follow up with things as well as you can in Ultimate. It's just an inferior game now. It's the way I felt about Brawl when that game came out. It's just, why would I ever go back to Brawl? It's like, well, now why would I ever go back to Smash 4? And I was trying to say earlier that like the physics are so weird that people use 2 stock instead of 3 for like a standard rule set. And it's so matches just take so long now in that game. And I don't enjoy playing it anymore. You can't. I remember there being like some people online playing it still right before they shut down the server, or like the eShop, and pretty much ended all support for the 3DS. I remember seeing some people online and like still crazy ass. The only people who were still playing it then are just fucking insane. Like I ran into Mario's a couple times. Like the people that play Mario in those games are fucking lunatics. Mario is probably the most like API like characters in that game. Like they can do like 5 up airs and a jump, that kind of stuff, and just like pummel you and carry you off stage and do shit like that. I think Pikachu was like that too. I guess Chatot is not here. So yeah, you can't do online stuff anymore, which means you can't buy the DLC anymore. You can't buy anything anymore. So it's just like, what am I even holding on to this for? Yeah, next game, Layton's Mystery Journey. The Professor Layton game where there's a girl. Spoiler alert: she's not related to Mr. Layton or Professor Layton at all. Body Slam. I was waiting for Body Slam. I could take off Tackle. Yes. Although I think Body Slam has less accuracy, but what are you gonna do? Time to go. How about that? Lower Brine Cave. Oh, we're in Brine Cave? I think this is like almost not even, just barely halfway through the game. I'm going to eat this seed. There you go. Now I'll kill everybody. Yeah, so I remember revisiting Layton's Mystery Journey like a couple of times, like just to see. I think I started a brand new file to see if I could like solve all the puzzles with the right answers. Not like looking them up, but just like making sure I at least got, because there's ways you can miss some of the puzzles if you progress too fast. So I was like, okay, let me try stopping to make sure I actually did all the puzzles out on the way to this part. I wish I got that box, but I'm out of space in my bag. And there's not much else to do with that game. I enjoyed it fine enough. Like the quality is still the same. It's just we're following characters that we don't really know, and I don't know. I'm not even shook up about like the fact that it's not starring Professor Layton, and there's no mention of Luke or anybody else that he knows like throughout the whole game except for the beginning where it's like the main character lady is answering a letter she got from Professor Layton saying like, "Oh, if you're not my daughter, who are you then?" Like it's a riddle or some shit. And you find out that she's pretending to be his daughter. Or, I don't know. I don't know what they're going at. The next game has Professor Layton as the main character again, so I don't even know if this game is even going to be considered in the next one. Actually, it's been quite a while. Like, it's a fucking puzzle game. Like, you think that we would have heard news about it? I guess it's going to be a Switch 2 game. So I guess we'll have to wait and see like what that's gonna entail. But I figured I was done with that game. I was done playing it. And you know what? There's options for some of these games too, other than emulating. But Layton's Mystery Journey is a Switch release, so you can download it over the eShop or buy a physical Switch version. Which I guess, I mean, I don't need the decoy orb. I don't need this. I hate the blowback orb. Yeah, I don't really feel like I need the my 3DS copy. I kind of bought that on the whim anyway. Gosh, like I was like, you just have Layton's Mystery Journey at GameStop. I'm like, yeah, and then I bought it, and that was it. Very unceremonious procedure. Next two games, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Pokemon Moon. I feel like Pokemon Moon is yet one of those things that just feels obsolete to go back to. Like, I think I remember all the stuff that regular Sun and Moon don't have. Like, they don't have the Moon tutors. They don't have the expanded teams. They don't have the Ultra Beasts that I want. They don't have a lot of the Mega Stones at the end of their games. They don't have a lot of the what else? It doesn't have like the event Pokemon. It doesn't have a lot of legendaries to get. It doesn't. It just doesn't have a lot of. It doesn't have the wormhole stuff. I don't think, because the wormhole stuff is all Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where you can go get all the legendaries. Like that's just. It's just the part where you fight Lusamine and then you. That's it, really. Is there even like an end game chapter? Well, there's an end game chapter about the Ultra Beasts, and then that's how you get like Celesteela and what's his name? Guzzlord, or Celesteela and Guzzlord and Cortana, and the other one. Who's the other one? Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, Pheromosa and Buzzful. That's what it was. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they have their own like unique locations for you to find them in. In regular Sun and Moon, it's just the grass. And certain Pokemon don't have their movesets updated for until Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which is annoying. A lot of the clothes aren't as interesting. Like, there's not as many ways to like edit your clothes in the original game. I'm Kabutops. And we're the Almastar brothers. Blah, 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 blah. You know that they have that gross face that they have. I don't even know what those are. All trespassers need to be taught a lesson. Take that. We're supposed to be extinct or something. I don't know. Yeah. Blah. See, the fat lady gets it. She. Yeah. Chatot. What? I would let you get away with this. How do you like that? That hero seated his buddies with his body. That's what I want to call smart. Hey, I remember. Kabutops. The hero's been here before. We knocked him out the same way too. Is it the second time he's done that? Well, this one takes a whole lot of smarts. Why are the fossils evil? I don't get it. They're prized recruits. I will let you harm them. Chatot. Also, the problem with both games is that they run like ass now. I don't know if like my brain moves faster, or I I'm too used to like playing other games where they're not as slow. But like the frame rates on these 3DS games on my new Nintendo 3DS, which is kind of old by now. I think I got it in like I must have gotten it in like 2016 or 17 when my original launch DS was like uh going out of commission. Um yeah, like when I started to play Alpha Sapphire, like the single battles are so slow. The frame rates are slow. The HP bars go down slow. Like when they attack, like I can see each individual like get up. It's like it's so slow. And then Ultra Alpha Sapphire was like one of the last games that just let you have the 3D on. Shit. And you could play with the 3D on in Alpha Sapphire, but it would slow the game down by like a lot, like especially in double battles. I want to say Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon did not have 3D, but they had like a similar problem where like if you play double battles, it would just like make the game chug. And then it was just worse in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. Like I don't know, I don't know what happened with that. And I want to say it's just my 3DS getting older. I kicked their asses, by the way. And it's just running games poorly, but Kid Icarus Uprising is like a pretty, I guess I would say like a demanding game for the system. And it ran pretty good. I didn't experience like much problems with that. I think it's just those Pokemon games in particular don't run very well. I don't know. Also, like I've seen the difference between playing Ultra Sun on my Steam Deck, where like the Citra emulator has like a filter that makes any 3D models like a lot more crisp. But when I'm playing it on a native 3DS, like it still looks pixelated as fuck, and I'm just like, you can't even see the main character's face. I'm like, man, there's not a lot of smoothing on the original 3DS. And I guess it doesn't help that like the new 3DS XL like kind of blows things up, so it makes things like slightly more pixelated than they would have. But yeah, just looking at these old Pokemon games just don't look great to me anymore. So yeah, I already wiped my files clean of both of those games, like Pokemon Moon, Alpha Sapphire, and then I migrated everything to Ultra Sun, and then I think I restarted the game on both those games just to like get a feel for them again, and then I played the whole series on my channel. With I played Omega Ruby on my channel, and because like when I was playing it in the emulator, I don't remember a lot of slowdown because that's like a hardware thing, I guess. I didn't even remember that at all. Yeah, and then the final game is Kirby Planet Robobot. That is a good ass Kirby game. I don't feel the need to own it physically anymore. The last thing I did was I booted it up. I looked at my old file. It was like 98% complete. It was another one of those things where you just need to get like collectibles, and I don't remember if it was like I needed to find a specific one in a level. This game has like stickers, right? Instead of like trophies or medals or whatever, this game has stickers. I was missing like one or two stickers of this like gold rarity, and I was just like, well, I don't know where it is. I don't feel like looking it up. I don't want to go get it. I don't care anymore. And then the last thing I did was I replayed the True Arena, which is a really good like boss rush mode. That's always all in all Kirby games, but it was like cooler in this one because it had newer bosses from like previous Kirby games, and it had like much harder versions of the bosses in that game. And I picked my comfort ability, which is Archer, which I know you can like cheese with it, like because if you press down, you can like avoid anything. But um, I made it all the way up to Queen Sectonia clone, or like the ghost data or whatever the fuck it is, and I accidentally shot my ability out when I got hit, and it was just like, how do you fucking do anything normally, where you have to like wait for them to attack, and then suck up their star, and then hit them with it? It's just agonizing to try to land a hit with using the stars that come out. It's like, this is why you walk in with an ability. And that's all the game. Well, actually, that's not true. All right, so that was all the 3DS games, just 6 3DS games, and then I'm moving on to the Switch games I might want to get rid of. The first one is Rayman Legends. That is a good Rayman game. I feel like Rayman Legends is one of actually I originally owned it on the PS3, right? And that was a long ass time ago. Um, and then when I sold my PS3, I got rid of all the games for it. Well, I think I had already gotten rid of the games by then, but I held on to the PS3s. I wasn't sure what to do with it yet. But I finally got rid of the PS3, and then later, before that, I picked up the. I heard the Rayman Legends Definitive Edition is gonna come out on the Switch. I was like, oh, I don't need the non-definitive edition anymore. Just get rid of that and then get the Switch version. And it was a pretty good. It was a pretty good time. Totally, it's a good time replaying that. I actually tried like completing that game. Um, I got it because in that game you find all the teensies in every level. There's like 10 teensies in every level, and then in like the trial stages there's like 3. And I tried doing like all of that because like there's unlockable skins for getting all the teensies in every stage, and then there's also unlockable skins for getting a bunch of lums, which like you could collect upwards of. You have to collect upwards like of 1,000,000. I just like I don't see that happening, and I think this was Ubisoft's attempt to include like a not like a season pass type deal, but like freemium shit in it, because it's weird because you have to play like dailies sometimes, or there's daily missions which I don't think are updated anymore. um there's like leaderboards to like tackle. You can like take a place within some ranking or something. But I think there was like a bundle you could there was like in-game purchases you could do to buy the lums so that you could buy the suits in the game. It's like, why does Rayman need this? I might be remembering wrong, but like even if there were none, uh like when I turned on my game, I only had like 200,000 lums, and that was very far away from 1,000,000. And I didn't want to turn on that game like for 5,000 years, you know, just to get the lums. And then, well, you have to like replay stages a bunch of times, and then you have to, because like there's also creatures that you have to get. And then there's this room just where they just drop all the lums, and you just that collects every day. Also, this Lapras is flying. Hello, this it's a precursor to terrestrialization. It's terrestrializing into a flying type, so it can fly to the heavens. Is that the hidden land? Yes, that's the hidden land, and now we're gonna land. Bye bye. Oh, we're going in? Wait, what? Are we almost done? But anyway, I don't feel the need to physically own this anymore. And you know what? They never made any more Rayman games after this game. Like this was basically the last Rayman game. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. That was the last Rayman game. That's like crazy to me. Like I would be down for more. Like they should do another 3D Rayman again. But gosh, Rayman fans are starving. They're pretty much like going anemic. I don't think that's the right word. Anorexic from starving themselves because they can't get the Rayman fix. Anyway, the next game is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That game, I've already said several times, is not as interesting as the previous one, Hyrule Warriors Legends, which also got a definitive edition on the Switch because it came with all the DLC that was from both the Wii U version and the DS version, which had all the Wind Waker's Toon Link stuff. And a couple other characters. It had like Yuga from Between Worlds and Marin from Link's Awakening. Which I'm surprised the Wii U version did not have first. That's like the console one. I guess Legends was the one where they were like, oh, we're putting all our eggs in this basket. Fuck the console version. And that's weird. Yes, I guess. All right, let's roll out. Transformers, roll out. Hidden Land. I hope there's no grass Pokemon here because I'm a grass Pokemon. And that would be bad. We got Bastiodon. Whoops. And yeah, I just looked over my game again. I did buy the DLC for this one. Just because I really wanted to play with the motorcycle. I heard that the motorcycle was in the game and I bought it. I was like, oh shit. Please, I want to play the game as a motorcycle. But it's only on Zelda for some reason, even though Link has it in Breath of the Wild. If you buy the DLC for that game. And the base game, I played it wondering like how it would tie into anything, and it's like you find out like, oh, all this shit isn't canon. This is just an alternate timeline now because fuck if Nintendo's gonna acknowledge this spin-off game's existence. Why is this Dragonite so dark? What's up with that? I'm gonna curse it up. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, Tropius, wanna die? Oh, okay, never mind. Ah! But yeah, character-wise, like, I didn't really get an attachment to anybody. Like, I have, like, several favorite characters in Hyrule Warriors, the first one. But in the second game, everybody's just kind of one note. They don't have, like, more than one weapon, usually. Link has, like, 5 different weapons. Zelda has, like, 2 or 3. Everybody else just has their signature weapon, and it's, like, it's boring. And yeah, it's just the cool thing about Hyrule Warriors, the first one, is it's a celebration of all Zelda and not just Breath of the Wild era. So I don't have like that much of an attachment to that era of Zelda right now. Or I mean, I thought they were cool when they came out, but like I'm not like, oh, we need to have every game be like Breath of the Wild now, and like everything made with these sets of characters and setting. And then even the new one, Age of whatever, it's coming out for the Switch 2, Age of Reliance, that's what I'm calling it. That was gonna be set like right before Tears of the Kingdom, so like we can't escape this era of Zelda. Like I would love a new Hyrule Warriors game that use more of Zelda's history. Like I would love to play as like Baron, and like any references to the more stuff from Majora's Mask or Between Worlds or Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. You know, like there's other stuff in Zelda that they could be doing, but like it's just They're all focusing on this stuff now. The Breath of the Wild era, it's boring, and I don't care anymore. I did every quest. I did every mission in Age of Calamity, and then I was done. There's nothing else to do in it. And then I have The Road Ends With You Final Remix, which is a cool. It was a cool game, but I was taken aback by the fact that like it was a purely touchscreen game. Like, sure, you could play with the Joy-Cons on the TV, but like controlling Neku and doing all the actions for the pins was fucking stupid on the TV. And I couldn't figure out how to use like the subset of the pin subset on the TV screen. Because like if a pin needs you to do like the same action as another, you could have like a sub screen or like some shortcut button where, like, let's say you needed one of your pins was tap the screen. You had another pin on the same deck that was like tap the screen. That one would have to go in the sub deck, and you would just be like a shortcut during battle. But I couldn't figure out how to do that with the Joy-Con, so I was like, I guess I'll play just in the handheld mode like forever, which was annoying because I couldn't keep it on a charger if it was running out of battery. Hey! Why don't you fucking stop? Okay, thank you. Oh god, another one. I am not equipped to like be dealing with Dragonites right now. I need like a rock type move, or does he learn? I should have deposited my boxes. Crap. I should probably eat that apple. Oh, jeez, where's the freaking exit? And I pretty much played the game the same way I did like many years ago. I just wanted to get to the end and do all the final mix stuff. Like, you know how Square Enix is. They're always like doing final mix stuff with Kingdom Hearts. And this is the Nomura verse. God damn it, why is that Obama Snow here? Oh no. Oh no, please don't use Icy Wind again. Hey, wake the fuck up. Well, stop. Let's see, transfer orb. Transforms Pokemon. Transfer an item that transfers a Pokemon into a different Pokemon. I would appreciate it if you were something else. Thank you. Now, does it like transform them or like swap them with a Pokemon on the floor? Because I don't want to run into the problem of like I get rid of it and then it just comes back. Where's a leaf? Yeah. All right. But yeah, the fact that it's like entirely on the touchscreen makes me not want to go back to it. It's kind of like the port that came out of this game, like on iOS. Like it was all touchscreen based. Like they made it work, sure enough, but like I don't want to go back to it again. Also, I have the sequel still on my Switch 1, which I'm also considering selling because it's on PC too, and I could get that on PC. And if I'm not gonna be playing my Switch as much anymore, I kind of don't want to own this copy. Also, like, again, not that I don't have anyone to like pass this down to. I also don't have anyone to like re-experience this stuff with anymore. And some of them I did get started on sharing with someone, but we don't do stuff like that anymore, sadly. God damn it. Hey, can I get the fuck up, please. All right, the only way to do this, because when you're confused, you don't lose your direction if you're throwing an item, which can be useful in times of desperation. God damn it. That I feel like I want to part ways with is Pokemon Violet. Oh my god. I have said many times how I feel about this one. And I just, there's nothing for me to do in it anymore. I turned it on again and looked at my team who was left. And then I was just like, well, I never really got like a feel for anything in that game. Just like the setting and what else. There's no in-game thing to like, there's no in-game like AI to fight against like there is in other games, like the battle tree or the battle tower, the battle frontier, whatever. There's nothing. I don't want the DLC. Will you just die? And yeah, the game still runs like ass. And if I want it to run well, I have to get a Switch 2. Like they said like, oh, they put out updates to help the performance. Like it still runs like crap. It still looks like crap. It still does both. I don't care. I shouldn't have to buy a whole fucking new console to get it to like run better. And yeah, I don't want to do the raid battles. I don't want to. There's nothing else to work towards. There's nothing to work towards in that game. I only needed like a few more Pokemon for the Pokédex, and it was just like the version exclusive stuff, and I didn't care about that. And it wouldn't even be complete because I have to buy the DLC to expand the Pokédex probably. To get like all the, those 3 green animals, Pekka Runt, what the expansion that puts all the legendaries in. Like, I don't care about all that. Like, if they're gonna be in the game, they should have just been in the fucking game somewhere. Like, imagine if Ultra Sun and Moon. I know that game is like basically a whole another game that could have been DLC, but imagine if they put out that game and then still charge DLC to get all the other legendaries in it and a bunch of other stuff. I would have been pissed. But that's how I feel about Scarlet and Violet. Like, whatever was gonna be in that game should have been in a fucking game. And I do realize something, that like, as much as I like or would prefer physical media, there's a certain redundancy I feel. So like, yeah, I'll get some of these things when they're new, but like the longer I hold on to them, the more I wish that like I had a attachment to them. Like it kind of sucks that nowadays anything that is physical media is like sometimes it's just like a data check or whatever you call it, where it's just like a blank thing, or like it's done partially on the disc or the cartridge, and then you need like an internet connection to get the rest. It's just a fuck it, I forgot the name of it. Like a verification thing, like with certain Switch 2 games are doing that now. And they're kind of trying to make physical media less popular for this exact thing. But like, I think physical media is good in general. It's just that I wish I cared about my physical media. Or I guess I do. I'm very selective with what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. Sometimes you just gotta like purge your inventory. Oh god damn it. How do I get rid of you? Turns an enemy into a decoy. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about that, huh? What do you think about that, huh? Oh, who are you fighting? Are you stuck like this forever? Oh, okay. Bye. Oh, he's back. Get him. Because I do think it's important, you know, like not everything should be on like on a cloud or on some downloaded or like be downloaded, you know. Some things you should just physically have. Like I think the problem is things aren't being made with the consideration that like a person like might not have internet. Like uh there, there's too much like options for internet stuff. There's not a lot for physical. I need to drink one of my max elixirs, which I hope I have. Yes, I do. Like the full games should be on these things most of the time. They shouldn't need like a internet uh check, you know. Um or like any day one updates, stuff like that. Like they shouldn't be there. Oh, you set my guy on fire. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm on fire. Ow! Ooh! Eee! Whew. That was a hoot. Okay, now I need to use this time to put some reviver seeds. Oh wait, this is just a save point. This isn't like a storage thing. Oh fuck me. Oh no. But anyway, yeah, I'm figuring out what I'm gonna do about those games. I'm gonna sell those. uh, yeah.